Welcome to the Central Business District in Hong Kong. This is the third video in a sequence of how we must handle error as leaders of high-performance teams. If your team is learning, they're going to make errors. If your team is operating at a very, very high level, occasionally they're going to make errors. Error has to be part of your high-performance team culture, and you must handle it very, very carefully, because as we've said before, the way you handle error has a disproportionate effect on the levels of psychological safety and trust in your team. Today we're going to cover what happens when someone makes an error but doesn't admit it, tries to hide it, or doesn't volunteer this error. The first thing for you is that this indicates that the individual didn't feel like there was enough trust or psychological safety to admit the error, and you own that. That's your problem as leader, and you need to lift those levels of trust and psychological safety so that the individual in the future feels comfortable. For the individual, you have to be very careful how you handle this, because there'll be feelings of shame and embarrassment associated. So you need to coach them on the importance of admitting error, try and understand what happened and why they didn't want to, and then you go away and fix those particular issues. But for the individual, if they feel comfortable, have them brief the team on the error and advise them what they learnt, and then tell the team what they're going to do to respond to that error for their own execution and for the team's execution in the future. But most importantly, you own the problem of trust and psychological safety levels being too low for that individual to admit the error. So that's what you need to take on board and aim to rectify.